For first, the highlights. Lagos State government promotes environmental hygiene, steps up campaign to end open defecation. Nigeria Security Civil Defense Corps arrests 8 illegal security guards, recovers firearms in Anambra State. On the foreign scene, United States begins floating pair off Gaza's coast to boost humanitarian aid. In sport, Nigeria's para-badminton campaign champion Eniola Bolaji rises to world number 7. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. The Lagos State government has reiterated its determination to intensify the use of toilets and good hygiene practices in all the community in Lagos. Permanent Secretary, Office of Environmental Services, Bolaji Gaji, made this known at the flag of the Clean Nigeria used the toilet campaign at Ojo local government area, saying the program aims to end open defecation in Nigeria by 2025. Gaji, who was represented by a director in the Sanitation Service Department, Omoyeni Balogun, said the campaign is spearheaded by the Federal Ministry of Water Resources, UNICEF, some local and international partners for a holistic approach to eradicate open defecation. It said the state has been able to cover 10 local government areas, local council development areas, in the use of the toilet campaign, aiming to cover the remaining 10 before the end of the year. Gaji said awareness technique is a driving tool in achieving an open defecation-free Lagos, adding that the campaign must be people-centered and community engagement with relevant stakeholders, especially in the vulnerable and underserved communities, must be of high priorities. Lagos State government has renewed calls for the adherence to standard operational measures in monitoring and evaluation of projects and programs of the state. Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Ope George, made the call at a one-day stakeholders forum on monitoring and evaluation processes aimed at familiarizing various partners with the step-to-step procedures from procurement stages to preparation of prepayment certification. George, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Ibrahim Obajamo, said the challenges and probable solutions offered at the forum was the theme on freezing the path to precision in project documentation and valuation processes will serve as a roadmap in simplifying monitoring and evaluation processes. It said the evaluation procedures will help the state government to realize the value of money spent on projects and programs to the benefit of residents. In a paper presentation, Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources, Biodun Gunleye, highlighted the importance of evaluation of the preparation of prepayment certification. He said valuation holds significant importance in the public procurement and payment processing for several key reasons, including a check on project cost management, requirement for payment processes, assistance in preventing cost overrun, a tool to assure value for money, fairness, and transparency. The federal government has announced that the demolition of buildings situated within the right-of-way of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road will begin on Saturday. Federal Controller of Works in Lagos State, Korede Kesha, urged all residents whose houses have been earmarked for demolition to visit the ministry's secretariat in Lagos to address any necessary procedures required. Kesha stated that the demolition team would commence the removal of the marked properties tomorrow. It will be recorded that the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, said the construction of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road is expected to span 8 years and cost 4 billion naira per kilometer. It's designed to connect Lagos to Cross River, passing through Ogun, Ondo, Delta, Bayelsa Rivers, and Akwa Ibom State. Now to the rest of the stories. The Anambra Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has arrested 8 suspected unlicensed private security guards with 4 pump-action guns. NSCDC Commandant Olatunde Maku said the arrest was made in response to intelligence report. Maku said preliminary investigation revealed that some of the suspects were impersonating the Anambra Vigilante Group, while others were hired by hotels to provide security services, in spite of knowing that the outfit was not licensed or registered. It said the NSCDC is the only agency charged with the responsibility of licensing, monitoring, and supervising private securities company in Nigeria. Maku added that the raid was to prevent the proliferation of illegal security outfits and reduce the risk of security breaches and criminal activities in the state. The Nigeria Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, has urged students to exercise caution and verify the legitimacy of any website or service claiming to represent the organization. NEL Fund's head of media and public relations, Nasir Togo, in a statement issued in Abuja, said funds management has become aware of a fraudulent advertisement about a federal study loan. Aitogo said fraudsters operating the website www.fedstudyloan.gov.ng have advertised an application for the highly anticipated student loan program of the federal government, warning that NEL Fund has no association with the website and strongly condemns any attempt to deceive students seeking financial aid. He urged anyone affected by the scam to report it immediately to the relevant authorities, adding that its official channel for student loan applications, which will be open to the public in due course, is www.nelf.gov.ng. In foreign news now, the United States military has started building a large floating pier of Gaza's coast to facilitate the delivery of humanitarian aid. Ships will deliver aid from Cyprus to the pier, where it will be loaded onto trucks to transfer across Gaza. The pier will be attached to the shore by a temporary causeway, which the trucks will use. U.S. officials say the pier will be operational by early May, but there will be no U.S. boots on the ground in Gaza. The plan was first announced by President Joe Biden in March as part of an effort to tackle hunger in Gaza, compounded by problems with aid deliveries as Israel continues its military campaign against Hamas. More than 1,000 U.S. troops are expected to be involved in building the floating harbor, but the Pentagon made it clear from the start that the workers would not set foot on land. In sport now, multiple national para-badminton champion Eniola Bolaji has moved up to the world number 7 in the Women's State League 3 SL3. Bolaji moved 3 places from number 10 to number 7 with 39,550 points after she excelled at the recently concluded Spanish Para-Badminton International Championship 2024 in Victoria, Spain. The Kwara-born player overwhelmed world number 6 Oksana Kozna from Ukraine 2-0 to clinch the gold medal in the women's SL3 at the 2024 Spanish Championship, which ended on April 21. Bolaji described the world ranking leap as a call for more hard work as she dedicated her current achievement and feat to her late coach, Bello Unyibanji. And that's it on the news at 4, but just before we go, speed thrills but kills. Please do not drive beyond specified speed limit. You can follow us and like our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supplied 86,000 dual furniture sets to 775 public schools. You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has reiterated its determination to intensify the use of toilets and the good hygiene practices in every community in Lagos. The Anambra Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has arrested 8 suspected unlicensed private security guards with 4 pump-action guns. We also told you that the United States military has started building a large floating pier of Gaza's coast to facilitate the delivery of humanitarian aid. And finally, sport, multiple national para-badminton champion Eniola Bolaji has moved up to world number 7 in the Women's State League 3, that's SL3. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adibeshi. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon and welcome to the return trip.